Decision fatigue, everything you need to know. Decision fatigue describes how our decisions become worse when we're asked to make lots of choices. Here's everything you need to know about this behavioral economics concept. Decision fatigue defined. Decision fatigue is a lowered ability to make good decisions as the number of choices a person makes increases. It says that the more choices a person makes throughout the day, the more likely it is that their later decisions will be of lower quality. Decision fatigue is the reason that we often feel more capable at work during the morning, load our baskets with extras at the grocery store checkout, or leave the car dealership with a premium warranty deal that we didn't really want. How does it work? Behind decision fatigue is the concept of mental energy or willpower, a finite amount of energy available to the brain for performing cognitive tasks, which can be exhausted. Psychologists sometimes refer to this in Freudian terms as the ego. Researchers who subscribe to the idea of willpower believe that, when mental energy is low, the brain adopts different decision-making strategies to save resources. Decision fatigue describes those low-power mode strategies, cognitive shortcuts activated after a person has spent their energy on other tasks and choices, as often resulting in less rational or more impulsive decisions. How decision fatigue works. We make tons of conscious and unconscious decisions every day, up to 35,000 if you believe the internet. Most of them are tiny and relatively inconsequential, such as whether to sit by the aisle or window on the bus, order chicken or chickpea salad for lunch, or watch a movie or documentary in the evening. But, no matter how important a decision is, your brain still spends energy on making that choice. As we go through our day, those of us required to make more choices may find ourselves paying a higher biological price. As energy gets low and decision-making becomes a greater mental tax, the brain looks to delay or shorten the decision-making process. This may result in procrastination or indecision in some situations, and impulsivity in others. Decision fatigue can become particularly noticeable if we're required to make important choices during these periods of lowered cognitive ability. In this way, decision fatigue doesn't account for how rational a person is, or how important they consider a decision to be. Instead, it says that the mental cost of all decisions is cumulative. In fact, decision fatigue says that our ability to make good decisions is more context-dependent than a personality trait, that it's conditional upon the number of decisions we've already made. How decision fatigue works in everyday life. In daily life, decision fatigue closely maps our routines and responsibilities. The number of calories we consume and the amount of sleep we get, alongside our stress levels, can make decision fatigue more or less likely. Choice-heavy environments, such as the grocery store or quarterly planning meetings, are most likely to elicit decision fatigue. People experiencing it can show a bias toward options that keep the status quo and don't require trade-offs. For example, if you're suffering from decision fatigue when buying groceries, you might choose to stick with your regular brand of cereal even though there's another box on sale from a higher quality brand, which looks like it might be a better deal. Likewise, a decision-fatigued manager is more likely to opt to repeat last quarter's mildly successful sales strategy, even though an account executive has put together a solid pitch for improvements. Combining a choice-heavy environment with poor. How decision fatigue works in business. Corporate environments, where sleep deprivation and high-pressure decision-making converge, are particularly susceptible to the effects of decision fatigue. When procrastination and decision avoidance exist on an institutional level, a culture of change resistance can occur. Sticking with the status quo can stifle creativity, make organizations less reactive, and leave undiagnosed problems to worsen.